Well, it's a very overcast good morning from Aquatic Ballpark, live on EBSN. You are watching Manly Eagles baseball, and today it is the Penrith Panthers in town. Second grade plate meeting just underway now between the respective coaches. Chris Corey from the home team, Manly Eagles, and it looks like Kenny Oldfield from the visiting Penrith Panthers. Penrith Panthers lineup for today, leading off, will be Cody Godbold in right field. Started in right field in Wednesday night's first grade game. Jacob Garland will play centre field, batting second. Jared Garland at shortstop. Dean Jacobs in the clean-up spot, playing third base. Kenny Oldfield playing first base. Ethan Bryant will catch. Billy Oldfield playing second. Mitch Skinner in left field. And Dan Gavrilovic will be the designated hitter. And starting for the Penrith Panthers will be number 13, Tom Fester. He started Wednesday night's first grade game and pitched rather well. And the Manly Eagles lineup, brought to you by Black Label Fitness. Brad Zorn will lead things off. He'll start at shortstop. Adam O'Neill's been elevated to the 2-hole this afternoon. He'll play in centre field. Brendan Haythwaite in left field. Ben Sutton cleaning things up as the designated hitter. Ash Roberts at first base. Daniel Goodsall at second base. Kazu Maeda doing the catching today. Chris White in right field. Trent Nickel at third base. And doing the pitching on the mound will be Massa Endo. Your umpires for this afternoon's clash behind the plate is Nick Glasbrook. And in the field will be the third grade plate umpire, Emma Cummings. So Massa Endo just going through his final warm-up tosses. Cody Godbold waiting on deck. We aren't far away from this game kicking off. It's the 5-win, 5-loss, 1-draw Manly Eagles taking on the 4-win, 6-loss, 2-draw Penrith Panthers. Manly holding on to 4th spot and looking to pick up a half-a-win advantage against the Cronulla Sharks, who currently sit in 3rd place but sit dormant this weekend. Their game scheduled against the Central Coast yesterday being washed out. All games scheduled for yesterday were washed out, including the Manly under-18 game scheduled against Penrith yesterday. Ground just not up to scratch come 2 o'clock. Canterbury were taking on Borkham Hills at Riverside. And MacArthur were taking on Ryde at Gilchrist. Both of those games were also washed out. So this Manly Penrith fixture, the only one on the card this weekend. It's going to be Cody Godbold to lead things off for the Penrith Panthers. Two appearances in second grade for Cody, 2 for 5 with 2 runs and 2 walks. Very important game for Penrith as well as Manly. Penrith are rolling out their strongest possible lineup without weakening their first grade side too much. That ball into centre field. Godbold aboard with the single. And we're underway here at Aquatic. Rain staying away for now. Not going to risk things by looking at the forecast. And the ball into centre field. Adam O'Neill underneath it. And then he makes the catch. So there is the first out of the game. Adam O'Neill busy so far. 2 batters. One on and one out. Check over there at first base. And a called strike there for the third hitter of this inning. He's Jared Garland. One and one for Jared Garland now. Cody Godbold threatening over at first base, looking to move himself up into scoring position early in this encounter. Nice play by Massa Endo. Gets the out at second base. Dan Goodsall not quick enough to get the ball over to first. Godbold retired at second. Jared Garland will reach on the fielder's choice. So 2 out for Massa Endo. And it's going to be Dean Jacobs. That ball hit to third. Knocked down by Trent Nicol. Wild throw over to first. Jared Garland going to move up to third. Good knockdown by the veteran third baseman for the Eagles. But his throw was offline. Penrith will have runners on the corners. So Kenny Oldfield, he takes strike one. It's a quick start here. Things moving quickly, all in play early. No balls and one strike for the Penrith first baseman. And a big curve swing and miss by Kenny Oldfield. His teammates saw the funny side of that. No balls and 2 strikes for Kenny. Massa Endo looking to finish this inning. Strand the 2 Penrith runners. And get the Manly offense into the game. That pitch just missing outside. So 1 ball and 2 strikes for Massa Endo on Kenny Edwards. Check over at first is in time. Too quick for me. Couldn't get the camera over there. It's going with the third out. Kenny Edwards will have his count reset. He'll come back to lead off the top of the second inning. And we'll have Brad Zorn to lead things off in the bottom half of this first inning. So it's going to be Brad Zorn for the Eagles to lead things off in the bottom of the first inning. Manly stranding a runner, courtesy of a pick-off from Massa Endo with 2 out. Catching Dean Jacobs over at first. Brad Zorn hitting 280 on the season, 7 for 25, with 4 runs, 3 ribbies, 6 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And Brad Zorn is ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Three and 0 now for Zorn. So a good start for the Manly shortstop. They'll be wanting to score runs early and often in this one. That pitch up for ball 4, so it's a lead-off walk for Brad Zorn. Adam O'Neill will bat for the Eagles. Normally the 9-hole hitter, but he swapped spots with Trent Nicol. Showing bunt but pulling back. And after 5 straight balls, Tom Fester throws a strike. So 1 ball and a strike here for Adam O'Neill. And that ball hit on the ground to the shortstop Garland, getting there just in time. So Adam O'Neill reaching on the fielder's choice. Dean Zorn extinguished at second plate. It's the first out of the inning. Nick Lasbrook just having a chat with Adam O'Neill, potentially about throwing the bat. Adam probably not realising what had happened. Apologising nonetheless. Brendan Haythwaite now for the Eagles. Spent a lot of the season up in first grade. And the pitch is up for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Only 3 appearances in second grade so far for Brendan. 4 for 9. 3 runs scored, a double, a triple and a home run. 3 RBIs. Very effective performances so far for Brendan Haythwaite. and he'll be looking to continue that here today and for the remaining 4 games of this season. And of course, hopefully the playoffs. I'm just talking about playoffs with the 3rd grade win and all other teams sitting still this weekend. Manly have jumped Cronulla into 5th spot on the 3rd grade standings. As Tom Fester fires in a strike and get himself back into this at bat with the Manly left fielder. Now sit only half a game behind the Ride Hawks. Who they will face in 3 weeks here at Aquatic. And a hit run there. Fouled off by Brendan Haythwaite with Adam O'Neill running. So Adam will have to jog back to first. And the count for Haythwaite evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fester looking to finish this at bat of Haythwaite. Check over at first. Keeping O'Neill close. And a big swing and miss there from Haythwaite. So Fester gets the strikeout. 2nd out of the inning. So Ben Sutton steps in with 2 out here. Adam O'Neill takes off into second base, head first slide, and he's safe. So O'Neill moves up into scoring position. That pitch is pulled down the third base line. It's going to score Adam O'Neill from second. Ben Sutton will round first and he'll go up into second base. And it's going to be a stand-up double for the Manly designated hitter. And the Eagles are on the board here. They lead 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. So good at bat there by Ben Sutton. Scoring the run early for the Eagles. Adam O'Neill after stealing second base. He comes in to score. And the Eagles pick up their first run of the game. Ash Roberts now stepping in for the Eagles. He'll be looking for a similar performance. And that is on the knees for strike 1. Tom Fester getting ahead the first time today. First pitch strike. That pitch lifted into centre field, but it's going to fall in front of the second fielder, Jacob Garland. And Ash Roberts is going to get himself aboard. He'll move Ben Sutton over to third base. And the Manly Eagles will have runs on the corners with 2 out. And it's going to bring up the Manly second baseman, Daniel Goodsall. Goody 5 for 17 through his 6 games played so far this season. And he takes strike one. Goody with 7 runs, 2 RBIs and 4 walks. And he will take it on the elbow guard there, and that'll load the bases. So it'll be the catcher for the Eagles, Kazu Maeda. Big chance to knock in some more runs here in the first inning for the Eagles. Continue the first inning onslaught today. First pitch from Festa is up for ball 1. Maeda 3 for 18 through his 9 games, 2 runs scored and 1 RBI, so he'll be looking to add to his RBI tally here. Festa looking to get out of this jam, and that pitch is in for strike 1. 1 ball and a strike. Tom Festa 54 and a third innings. A lot of work for this youngster, considering the second grade pitching staff have thrown 70 innings in total, so he's done a high majority of them. And that pitch is on the outside corner for strike 2. 3.15 ERA, a very respectable record. 2 wins, 3 losses, 26 walks and a huge 60 strikeouts. So Maeda here looking down the barrel of a 1-2 pitch. Punches that to the right side to the second baseman Garland. Picks it up, steps on the base, and that'll be the third out on the fielder's choice. But Manly score first. It's 1-0 the Eagles as we head to the top of the second. So we'll go around the grounds for the results in round 14 of the New South Wales State League and the New South Wales Women's League. And not a lot to report. As I mentioned earlier, all the games in the State League, except for this one, were scheduled for yesterday, and they were all washed out. So MacArthur and Wright at Gilchrist, Canterbury and Borkham Hills at Riverside, and Central Coast and Cronulla up at Baseball Park, all washed out yesterday. So too were all Women's League fixtures on Friday night and Saturday. Very unfortunate as it was the pink round with the Women's League raising money for the Breast Cancer Network had arranged a massive day out at Caddy's Creek yesterday. But unfortunately the weather gods weren't kind to the Women's League, and all 3 games out at Caddy's Creek were washed out. And that's after all 5 games on the Friday night in the second grade were also washed out. So that pink round will be rescheduled in the coming weeks. Once we know more, you'll be able to find out through our Instagram page and Facebook page when that will occur. The Manly women's side will be at home for 3 of the 4 remaining games of the regular season, as Kenny Oldfield goes down on strikes to lead off the top of the second inning. That ball up the middle to Brad Zorn. Strong throw over to first Ash Roberts, and Massa Endo throws 4 pitches and he has 2 outs. And it's going to bring up Billy Oldfield. So Massa Endo working very quickly here. Gets a swing and a miss out of Billy Edwards. That's 2 strikes. Oh, and 2 here for Billy Edwards. 6 straight strikes for Massa Endo, and that one is fouled off. Yeah, so the Women's League pink round will be held at a date to be announced. Make sure you're on our Facebook and Instagram pages to find out when that date will be. So the only results we do have for you are from Wednesday night in the first grade state league, and that ball is hit on the ground again to Brad Sword. Nice diving stop, but he's not going to have a play at first. It's going to be a hit there for Billy Oldfield. So MacArthur and Ryde did battle out at Gilchrist Oval, and it was MacArthur too strong for the Hawks, 13-7. At Riverside, Will Fullerton singled to score Brandon Sparks and walk off for the Canterbury Vikings. And the Marlins threaten in the bottom of the 8th against the Cronulla Sharks, but Blake Cavill held his nerve to send the Sharks to a 4-3 win. That win very important for the Eagles. Puts a little bit of breathing room between Manly and the Central Coast side. And of course the Manly Eagles scoring a bunch of runs late on Wednesday night here at Aquatic. They won their game 6-3. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here for Mitchell Skinner. Only the 4 games played in the second grade. 3 for 9, 2 runs, double, 2 RBIs. And that ball hit back to the pitcher, Masa Endo. Catch and throw over to first, and that'll be the third out of the inning. We're going to have Chris White, Trent Nicol and Brad Zorn up in the bottom of the second when we return here on EBSN. Manly 1, Penrith 0. Chris White leading things off here, bottom of the second inning. Second grade action in the New South Wales State League live from Aquatic Ballpark. And he checks his swing. Doesn't check his swing. Tried to check his swing, but went round too far. And Chris White is behind, no balls and 1 strike. And 0-2 on the curveball on the outside by Tom Fester. Chris White getting the start in second grade today after the 18s game yesterday was washed out. White facing the 0-2 from Fester. And is going to be up for ball 1. Fester setting Chris White up with the pitch, with the fastball up. Chris White 2 for 5 in the under 18s with 3 runs and an RBI. One for 4 in second grade with 2 runs. And a foul ball there extending his at bat. Yes, 2 runs, 1 for 4, 2 strikeouts for Chris White. Getting the start in right field this afternoon. Manager Chris Corey pushing his available under 18s up into the higher grades. That ball hit down to the ground at third base. Throw across the diamond, and it's the first out of the inning. Nice play there by the third baseman, Dean Jacobs. Clean pick up and throw across the diamond. So it'll be the 9-hole hitter, Trent Nicol. He takes strike 1 from Tom Fester. TJ hitting 167 on the season. As he pops that one up over the right side. Trouble for Kenny Edwards, but he takes it with ease. And that'll be the second out of this second inning. So Kenny Edwards getting under that one. Basket catch over the shoulder. Second out of the inning. Turning the lineup over for Brad Zorn. Looking to get the inning to continue. And he takes the strike one on the inside corner. Walked in the first inning. That was put out on the fielder's choice off the bat of Adam O'Neill. That pitch lifted high, but foul. No balls and 2 strikes now for Bradley Zorn. Down and away. Good pitch by Fester. But good patience by Zorn, not finding the pitch he wanted. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Bradley. And a big swing and miss on the curveball from Tom Fester. So big shutdown inning for the Penrith pitcher. They'll come up to bat in the top of the third. And they're currently leading 1-0. The Rallies team are a small, proud team who take a proud, personal and professional approach to the sale, installation and maintenance of their revolutionary rail glider systems. The Railless Rail Glider is the most innovative and unique inclined access product on the market. Offering smooth, quiet and rapid access to all properties on an incline, the Railless Rail Glider is the up-to-date solution for home access anywhere. To find out more, visit www.raillius.com.au. Railless Rail Gliders are proud supporters of Manly Eagles baseball. Change on the mound for the Manly Eagles. Chris Corey's gone to his bench. Masa Endo's afternoon is done. Leo Matsuo will come on and continue this one. Leo sporting a 5.04 ERA. 25 innings of work with 22 hits. 15 runs given up, 14 of them earned. 26 walks and 25 strikeouts. It's certainly been the walks and the hit by pitches that have hurt Leo Matsuo this year. as he gets Dan Gavrilovic to fly out to centre field for the first out of the top of the third. Showed good signs of improvement during the pre-season. Uptick on his velocity with a new arm angle. Looked to have worked out his command issues early on, but has struggled in some games, especially when they were on the line against Cronulla and the Central Coast. So we'll be hoping 2020 can be a better year for him, and he certainly started off well. Fly ball off the bat of Dan Gavrilovic. And Cody Goldbold is now behind, no balls and 2 strikes. And he lifts that one into right field. And a great catch by Chris White in right field. Running out of room. He hasn't got a lot of height to him. I doubt the right field cameras picked that up. We'll have a look on the replay. You'll just see it on the left-hand side of the screen. So very quickly, Leo Matsuo has 2 outs. And it's going to be Jacob Garland, the centre fielder. He's going to fly that ball into left field. And Brendan Haythwaite moves underneath it, makes the catch. And just like that, Leo Matsuo has a clean inning. We'll see if we can get that replay of Chris White with that catch in right field. Just on the left-hand side of the screen, you see Chris running over and making the catch. Bit of a jump and a big dive, and that's a great play by the young under-18 infielder, utility player. Definitely showing the faith that Chris Corey has in him to make that play. And Leo Matsuo has a 1-2-3 inning. And we're going to head to the bottom of the third with Adam O'Neill to lead things off. So Adam O'Neill steps in. Looking to give Manly a little bit more offense here in the bottom of the third inning. And they can't rely on that one run. It's definitely not going to be enough. They struggled to score runs early the last time they played Penrith. But he's behind, no balls and 2 strikes. That ball down in the dirt. So 1 ball and 2 strikes for Adam O'Neill. Back in the second grade lineup today. That ball's going to be lifted into centre field, but it's going to be right down the throat of Jacob Garland. So it'll be the first out in the bottom of the third. Well hit ball, but just a little bit too much height on it. Adam O'Neill will be the first out of this third inning. So Brendan Haythwaite struck out swinging in his last at bat. Be looking to make an adjustment here. Get himself on base. He's ahead, 1 ball and no strikes. And he swings at a pitch on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Haythwaite was the catcher for the under-18 championship season 2 seasons ago, and was the catcher to start the game in the second grade championship game last year. So he certainly earned his spot up in the first grade roster for the first portion of this year. The manager Chris Corey knows how valuable he can be, so he'll be wanting to get him into second grade as much as he can now that the first grade lineup seems to be sorting itself out and players becoming fully available for the remainder of the season stretch run heading into the finals at the end of February. 3-1 for Haythwaite. Foul ball there over the back screen, up to the canteen, bounces off the stairs, then comes all the way back to us here next to the broadcast booth. So full count here for Haythwaite. Payoff pitch coming for Fester. And that pitch hit hard down on the ground to the shortstop. Garland can't handle it. Saw a couple of rough bounces bouncing over the players on Wednesday night. This one just dying as it got to Garland at shortstop. And Brendan Haythwaite will be aboard. So Haythwaite keeps the inning going. Ben Sutton will step up. Brendan Haythwaite, possibly a base stealing threat for the Eagles. Check over at first on Haythwaite. Bluff run there by Haythwaite from first. Sutton taking the pitch higher for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes for Ben Sutton. Doubled into left field. Picking up the RBI of Adam O'Neill for the first and only run of this ball game to date. Looking to do something similar here. down in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Sun here at Aquatic, trying to pierce through the clouds. Three and 0 now for Sutton as he takes that one high. And that pitch in for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 stroke. So Fester looking to get himself out of this. Fell behind 3 and 0, looking to get back to 3 and 2. And that is going to be up for ball 4. Brendan Haythwaite moving up to second. So Ash Roberts takes ball 1. Opportunity here for Manly to knock in a couple of extra runs. .51 minutes into this 2 1/4 hour game. No new inning after 2:05 p.m. First grade scheduled for a 2:30 start. And that is 3 and 0 down for Ash Roberts. And it's going to bring a visit from Ray Tozer. Just going to calm down his young pitcher. Get him on the right page. Get him to make an adjustment. Hopefully find a way to get out of this inning. Ground ball could be very handy for the Penrith side. Ash Roberts will be looking to continue things, put the ball in play, move the runners over, move the runners in, and extend the 1-0 Manly lead. So the meeting at the mound is over. 3-0 count here for Ash Roberts. Nick Gladysbrook tilling Ray Tozer. That's the second visit of the game. Maximum of 5. And that's ball 3. Alright, there's one pitch ahead of things. So now it's ball 3. So 3-0 pitch here for Roberts. May look to put it in play. Strong hitter is this veteran Roberts. But he does take strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Runners looking to advance and possibly score on anything put in play. Quality at bat coming the way for Roberts. And that is strike 2 on the belt. So all the way back here for Tom Fester. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big payoff pitch for the young pitcher. Not going to pick up the second out of this inning. Possibly ended on a ground ball double play. Infielder in regulation positions. And that ball's fouled by Roberts over our heads and into the car park. Another chance for Fester. Another chance for Roberts. Big battle brewing here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Opportunity presenting itself for the Eagles. Fester sets and delivers, and that's ball 4, getting away from Fester. And it will load the bases for the Panthers. No one warming up in the Panthers bullpen. Couple of bodies sitting in the dugout. So the Penrith corner infielders will draw in. Looking to come home, and anything hit sharply to them. Protect the scoreboard. Potentially get a double play through the home plate. Daniel Goodsall batting now for the Eagles. Hit by a pitch in his last at bat. He fouls off that first offering from Fester down to coach Chris Corey, who tosses it back into Ethan Bryant. Tom Fester will pitch from in front to Daniel Goodsall. Another Manly player who has split their time between 1st grade and 2nd grade. 6 for 16 on the season. Big swing and miss by Goody. No balls and 2 strikes. Tom Fester has a very good curveball, and he won't be afraid to throw it in this count. See if Goody can pick it up, sit back on it and drive it. Sutton looking to score from second. Saw the curveball from Fester on Wednesday night. There it is, but missing this time outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not a bad spot to miss though. Plenty of pitches to play with here for Fester. 1-2 here for Goodsall. That ball's going to be hit down to the 3rd baseman. Won't have a play at home. Will get Goodsall out at first. Brendan Haythwaite sliding into home. He will score the Eagles' 2nd run. Dean Jacobs not able to pick it up on the first occasion. Gets the out at first in the form of Goodsall. There's an RBI for the Manly 2nd baseman and another run. So Kazu Maeda will bat with 2 out here, bottom of the 3rd. And lifts that ball high into left field. No, high on the infield. And Dean Jacobs makes the catch on it this time. And that'll finish the 3rd inning. Manly Eagles with another run. They lead this one 2-0. So Liam Matsuo continuing here in the top of the 4th inning. Nice quick 3rd inning for Leo. His first inning of work. He'll be looking to repeat that performance here. And it's going to be Jared Garland batting for the Panthers. Only played 1 game in 2nd grade so far this season. 2 for 4 in that one. 2 runs scored. And he's behind no balls and 2 strikes here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a big curveball on the outside for the first out of this one. Goes down swinging. Very busy Dean Jacobs steps up to bat. Couple of plays in that last inning. Matsuo misses away for ball 1. A pitch on the inside corner. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that one missing inside for ball 2. Matsuo locating his pitches well so far. There's a big swing and miss for Garland. Sorry, not Garland. Jacobs. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a big swing and miss on that one for Matsuo. 2nd strikeout of the inning. So 2 out here, top of the 4th inning. Kenny Oldfield to hit. His 3rd time up at the plate. And that ball is going to be lifted foul. Down towards into the Manly bullpen. And Matsuo is going to be ahead. No balls and 1 strike. Kenny Oldfield was at the plate when the pick-off at first ended the 1st inning. And he led off the 2nd. And his at bat here is behind. No balls and 2 strikes. And off the end of the bat, straight to us. But thankfully there's a fence in front of us. Oldfield just protecting the dish there. No balls and 2 strikes. And a big swing and miss. Curveball on the outside. Nasty stuff from Leo Matsuo. 3 strikeouts in that inning. Retires the side. So we watch the replay of Leo's nasty stuff. Really locating his stuff today, which is good to see. Let's hope he can continue it for the remaining weeks. So as we head to the bottom of the 4th, Manly 2 lead the Penrith Panthers 0. Chris White leading things off here in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Manly Eagles. 1 ball and no strikes for the young right fielder. And a spectacular catch. In the third inning. One pitch from Festa in for strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes for Chris White. Grounded out to the third baseman, Dean Jacobs, to lead off the second inning. And he's now leading off the fourth. And that pitch on the outside gets Chris White swinging, and it'll be the first out of this bottom of the fourth inning. It's going to bring up Trent Nicol. Flight out to Kenny Oldfield at first base for the second out in the second inning. Look to get the inning started here for the Eagles in the bottom of the fourth. Manager Chris Corey just having a word before to some of his bench players, making sure that they're ready to go into the game, making sure they know their task at hand. It's very likely that we may see some changes happening in the next inning or two. TJ's ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Ask for time. Making sure it's grand. Just needs to clear the dirt out of his sunnies. Might help with being able to see the ball. Get himself a little bit closer to picking up a hit. So 2-0 for Nicol. Festa sets. And that one off the end of the bat for TJ. 2 balls and a strike now for the Manly third baseman. That pitch punched up the middle. Garland cleans it up, throws it across, and that's the second out of the inning. That'll turn the lineup over, and the Eagles will go back to the top. To the shortstop, Brad Zorn. Walked and struck out so far today. Looking to try and keep this inning going. He hacks at a high ball first pitch, straight back to Festa. Runs it close to the base at first, and that'll be the final out of the inning. So through 4 innings, then the Eagles 2 lead the Penrith Panthers 0. So Ethan Bryant will lead things off for the Panthers in the top of the 5th inning. Check up the first base for the check swing. First base umpire Emma Cummings says no. So ball 1 for Ethan Bryant. And that pitch is in for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. A little bit high for Bryant's liking. And that pitch just jams Ethan Bryant. And will fall in for a base hit. Bit of a Bermuda triangle on the infield there. It'll allow Bryant hustle up the line. Ball picked up by Daniel Goodsell, but no time to make the play. And the Panthers have a runner on base here in the top of the 5th inning. Probably a ball for the pitcher on that occasion. Closest player on the infield may even have had a play on a catch if he had have reacted quickly enough. Matsuo fires in a strike on Billy Oldfield for strike 1. Ethan Bryant 2 stolen bases from 2 attempts this season, and that slider is in for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now for the second baseman for the Panthers. And a swing and a miss for Leo Matsuo. His 4th one today. Billy Oldfield not happy. Probably not happy with that second pitch. It was called a strike on the inside corner. But he does go down on strikes. And it's the first out of this top of the 5th inning. And we'll bring up the left fielder, Mitchell Skinner. And a ground ball to Matsuo. Over to Zorn for 1. Skinner too quick up the line. Not able to turn the double play, but the Eagles get the lead runner. And we do have 2 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Nice turn double play, or almost double play there by the Manly defence. And it's Gavrilovic hitting here for the Panthers with 2 out. Strike 2 now for Leo Matsuo on Gavrilovic. One pitch away from finishing the top of the 5th inning, getting the Manly bats back into action. And that pitch just punched foul. End of the bat for Gavrilovic. He extends his at bat. Mitchell Skinner will have to go back to first. So 2 strikes for Gavrilovic. Matsuo keeping an eye on Skinner at first. The curveball from Matsuo, just missing outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes now for the Penrith 9-hole hitter. Off the bat, straight through the on-deck circle. Cody Godbold. So another pitch here for Matsuo. Looking for his 5th strikeout of the day. And there it is. There's the strikeout swinging for Gavrilovic. So after the top of the 5th inning, only one base runner in that one, and the Manly Eagles will come up to bat with a 2-0 lead. So Adam O'Neill will lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th. Manly holding a 2-0 lead. Leo Matsuo has been very strong through his 3 innings of work. 5 strikeouts on the day as Adam O'Neill takes that for ball 1. Fessa comes back in with a strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. So a change for the Panthers. Taking over at first base is Matt Oldfield. He'll take the place of his brother Kenny. As Adam O'Neill fouls that one off. 1 ball and 2 strikes for the Manly centre fielder. Another foul ball by O'Neill, this time up the first baseline. Hanging tough, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch just high for ball 2. Ethan Bryant thought it was a strike. Looked not too bad from here given Nick Glasbrook's strike zone so far today. On this occasion, it was a ball, so 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul ball to extend this at bat. So battling deep is O'Neill. Just reaching on the outside of the corner of the plate for that one. And that is up for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So O'Neill works it all the way full. He'll look to become the first base runner of this bottom of the 5th inning and help his Manly team out in extending this 2-0 lead. And there is ball 4. So good at bat by Adam O'Neill. Works the count full, then takes ball 4. And the Eagles will have a base runner here with none out in the bottom of the 5th. Brendan Haythwaite to hit here. Struck out in his first at bat, reached on an error in his second. He bats here in the 5th with none out, and Adam O'Neill standing at first. And Tom Festa fires in a nice strike. No balls and 1 strike for Brendan Haythwaite. And they pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Sorry, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Manly currently with a -7 differential in runs for and against. So we're definitely hoping to close that margin. But they're a long way from that stage at the moment. Adam O'Neill takes off and he'll get in there without a throw. Ethan Bryant not able to get a handle on that pitch from Festa. Drops in for a ball, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Manly with another runner in scoring position. Very important in the scheme of things right here for Brendan Haythwaite to get the job done. Pulls it down the 3rd baseline and stays fair. He's going to score Adam from first base. Brendan's going to go all the way into second. That's going to be a stand-up double. Hard ground ball by Brendan Haythwaite. So good at bat by Haythwaite there. Pulling the ball into left field. Right down the line. Just out of the reach of Dean Jacobs at third base. And Manly pick up another very important run to go out to 3-0. Big Ben starting to continue the inning here. Haythwaite standing at second. Still none out as well, so big opportunity here for Manly. That ball on the infield, and it's going to be Jacob Garland with the catch. And Jared Garland at shortstop. And that's the second out of this bottom of the 5th inning. Brendan Haythwaite not moving off his base at second. And our big yellow friend in the sky has forced his way through the clouds. Just brought the temperature up here. Bit of glare as well, so sun forcing its way through. Very welcome addition to this ball game, and hopefully a good sign for what the rest of the day has in store. Good play by Dean Jacobs, throws the ball across the diamonds. Haythwaite not going from second. It's a very good play. Second out of this 5th inning. Haythwaite probably had an opportunity. But stayed at second. Didn't want to run himself into an out. But a very good play by Dean Jacobs at third base. Registers a second out for the Panthers. Manly now batting with 2 out and a runner in scoring position in the form of Brendan Haythwaite standing at second base. Daniel Goodsall at bat, and he punches that ball through the hole in the left side. Brendan Haythwaite's going to come all the way around and score. The throw is offline, throw at the plate. Almost in time, but Brendan Haythwaite is able to slide around it. Daniel Goodsall picks up a 2-base RBI. Manly extending their lead out to 4-0. Haven't heard from Paul Goodsall today. Good bit of hitting there by the Manly veteran. It gives Manly a very important 4th run in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kazu Maeda will bat here with 2 out. Daniel Goodsall standing at second. Good throw from Mitchell Skinner in left field, just not in time. A little bit offline. Good aggression shown by Brendan Haythwaite, the runner, and Chris Corey waving Brendan round. Goodsall with his lead at second. Maeda fouling that pitch off. No balls and 1 strike. That ball over to right field to Cody Godbolt. He'll sit underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Manly Eagles with 3 very important runs in that one. And they've taken their lead out to 4-1 on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. Are you hankering for niche service providers to your vehicle's very mechanical care? You don't need to search every player for your vehicle's mechanical repairing need. Procar are the one-stop solution for all mechanical repair services and have been servicing the Northern Beaches for over 30 years. Procar provide all mechanical services at their sprawling centre and is equipped with all the latest tools and modern amenity. Come down to Middleton Road, Cromer, and say hello to John and the team at Procar. Procar, proud supporters of Manly Eagles baseball. So Cody Goldbolt will lead things off here in the top of the 6th inning. One ball and one strike from Leo Matsuo. Goldbolt with a single to centre field and a fly out to right field. Spectacular catch taken by Chris White. That ball was certainly hit hard by Cody Goldbolt. But couldn't get out of the range of a very speedy Chris White. Made a very good catch. And that ball's going to be hit softly up the middle. Daniel Goodsall with the play. Not able to get the throw across the diamond. Good stretch by Ashley Roberts at first base. Cody Goldbolt will be aboard. Couple of tough plays for Goodsall at second base. Soft, slow rollers being hit to him, not able to make the play. That ball's popped up. It's coming over towards us, but it's going to go out of play. Always get a little bit worried when the players start looking at us. That was about 15 metres behind us. So Matsuo is ahead here on Jacob Garland. Cody Goldbolt standing at second base. And that pitch is in and takes Garland on the knee. Matsuo just needs to adjust. Couple runners on now with nobody out. And it's going to be Jared Garland. Reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. And the first pitch from Matsuo is down for ball one. It's important Manly get a shutdown inning here. They put on a couple of runs. Can't go and then hand back the momentum to the other team by allowing runs to score. Keep the pressure on. Keep the shutout in play. Matsuo gets going to foul that one off. 1 ball and 1 strike. No one in the pen for the Eagles, so Chris Corey putting his trust in Leo. Swing and a miss from Garland for strike 2. So Matsuo gets ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This game with about 25 minutes remaining on the clock. And a big swing and miss there for the first out of this one. Second strikeout for Jared Garland. Sixth strikeout for Leo Matsuo today, as Dean Jacobs fouls the first pitch he sees from Leo Matsuo this at bat. Again, Matsuo will work from in front, no balls and 1 strike. Cody Godbold at second. Backdoor pick at first on Jacob Garland. Not in time. Good awareness by Kazu. Check swing appeal. Denied by field umpire Emma Cummings. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Definitely didn't offer at that one. And that ball lifted to Daniel Goodsall at second base. He'll take the catch. And that'll be the second out of this inning. It's going to be Matt Oldfield to bat for the first time today. As a replacement for his brother Kenny. And he takes ball 1 inside from Leo Matsuo. And that pitch is inside for strike 1. So Matt, very respectable, 7 for 22. 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. Average of 318 has appeared in 11 games, 7 as a starter. And Matsuo fires in strike 2. So Matt Oldfield in a 1-2 hole. Runners on first and second with 2 out. Slider on the inside corner. Just missing. Evens the count at 2-2. Manly want to get this innings in the books. Get back out and score a couple more runs. And that is strike 3 down the centre. Good pitch by Matsuo. Matt Oldfield isn't happy, but it is strike 3, and it is the end of the top of the 6th inning. 4 very complete innings from Leo Matsuo. 7 strikeouts on the day. And Manly will come to bat with Chris White, Trent Nickel and Brad Zorn due up with the 4-0 lead. So Dean Heinel is the pinch hitter, and he whacks the first ball he sees from new pitcher for the Panthers, Dan Gavrilovic, into right field, and Heinel is aboard. Bottom of the sixth here in this second grade game. Manly Eagles with a 4-0 lead. Trent Nickel shaping the bunt there and gets called on a foul. Changes for the Panthers have been rung. Matt Oldfield moves from first to second. Billy Oldfield moves from second to the catching role. And Ethan Bryant moves from catcher to first base. Triangulation of moves there. And as I just said before, Dan Gavrilovic is the new pitcher for the Panthers. 5 very strong innings of work by Tom Fester. Did give up 4 runs, but Manly was definitely made to work for them. Bunch of strikeouts for Fester, coupled with a few walks, which hurt him in the end. So his afternoon is done, and he is in line for the loss if the Panthers can't come back in this one. Trent Nickel shows bunt. Heinel slides into second, but Jacob Garland can't get a handle on the ball. The ball's thrown into centre field, and Dean Heinel will slide into third on the throwing error from the catcher, Billy Oldfield. So it'll be a stolen base and a throwing error, and Manly have a runner on third with nobody out. So 2-2 here for Trent Nickel. Correction, it's 3-1. Last pitch was a ball, and that's ball 4. Sorry, that was right. It was 2-2. That was ball 3. So it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's very rare that I'm right though with the count. So chalk that one up. And a little off-speed offering. And Dan Heinel is going to be in, standing up. Shortstop threw me there. I thought he was going to go to 1, but he did come home late. He's going to be Dean Heinel standing up at the plate. Trent Nickel will reach on the fielder's choice. He's going to turn the lineup over for the Manly Eagles. And the first pitch offering from Dan Gavrilovic is a strike on Brad Zorn. So 0-1 for Zorn. Manly with none out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Check over at first on Nickel. Manly first grade have assembled and are going through their warm-ups. First grade due to kick off at 2:30. And the 0-1 offering is high for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike for Brad Zorn. So 2 balls and 1 strike for Brad Zorn. And a big swing and miss from the Manly shortstop evens the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice breaking ball by Gavrilovic, but Zorn was up to the challenge and held off. Feels the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Zorn pops that ball up. Ethan Bryant running across, but it will get out of play. And Brad Zorn will see another pitch here. So Zorn with a 3-2 count. There's Trent Nicol standing at first. And that ball's going to be lifted into left field. But it will be the centre fielder to make the grab. Jacob Garland with the job over there. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Tough day for Zorn today. Only the walk to his name. He has a strikeout. And a ground out. So 1 out here for Adam O'Neill. And that's inside for ball 1. Bluff from Nicol at first. 1 ball and a strike now for Adam O'Neill. Looks like Manly be putting their faith in Leo Matsuo to close this game out. And that ball's popped up by O'Neill out of play. 1 ball now and 2 strikes. Nicol takes off this time, but Adam O'Neill fouls it off. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nicol going back to first. And a foul off the end of the bat by O'Neill. So O'Neill going deep into this at bat. 4 fouls in a row now. And a pitch inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Check down at first on Nicol, who is in there standing up. Still 2-2 now for Adam O'Neill. Another foul from O'Neill, this time into the visiting team bullpen. A quality at bat here for Adam O'Neill. to finish it off. Move Nickel over the second or third, and it's strike 3 on the knees. Freezes O'Neill, and that's the second out of this inning. So Adam 0 for 3 on the day. A run scored and a walk. 2 out now for the Panthers defence. We're looking to get it done very quickly. Gavrilovic tosses that one up for ball 1. Billy Oldfield keeping a close eye on Trent Nickel over at first base. And that pitch is in for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Haithwaite will be looking to deliver something similar like his last at bat. And he lifts that one up, but foul. Over the top of the left field bullpen. So 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Brendan Haithwaite. Nickel takes off. That ball punched into centre field. And it's going to fall in front of Jared Garland. And it's going to be a double for Brendan Haithwaite, sliding into second. Jacob Garland not able to get to that one before it drops in front of him. And Manly are going to have runners on second and third. Ben Sutton will bat, and he will take ball 1 high. So Brendan Haithwaite, 2 doubles on the day to go with a strikeout, and he also reached on the error. It'll be Ben Sutton who will be hit by a pitch, and they will load the bases for the Manly Eagles. So with the bases loaded and 2 out, it'll be Ash Roberts. Ash is 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. And he takes strike 1. Gavrilovic ahead. No balls and 1 strike on Ash Roberts. Now pitch up for ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And that pitch just missing. 2 balls and a strike. Roberts lifts that one. Getting out of play though. Out of the range. So 1 ball and 2 strikes for Ash. And they're going to go to the bench here with Brendan Dundas to come in and pinch run. Cheers go up for Brendan Dundas. Already a crowd favourite in his first game of the season. So 2-2 for Ash Roberts. And that'll be down in the dirt for ball 3. So full count. Runners will be going. What will we see? Will it be ball 4? Will it be strike 3? Or will we see a rare ball in play on a 3-2 out situation? And it's going to be a foul. So we'll have at least one more pitch. 3 minutes past 2. Hit here will all but end this game, both on the scoreboard and on the clock. And that ball's lifted foul over our heads, just enough away from us, so the count will remain full. Nickel at third, Haythwaite at second, Dundas. That ball's going to go into right field. Cody Godbold's not going to have a play. He will round on it though and pick it up, clean it up, and gets the ball back in. But Manly will score 2. Dundas goes all the way around. So 2 RBIs there for Ash Roberts. Cody Godbold just keeping the ball in front. And with 2 out, Dundas is on the move. He goes all the way over to third. And the Manly are going to make a change here with the pinch hitter in the form of Mikey Amir. And he comes in for Daniel Goodsall. Goodsall 1 for 2 on the day with the hit by pitch. And Amir crunches that one, but only as far as Godbold in right field. Nick Glasbrook looks across, check his watch, and it looks like we're going to go back out for another inning. So after the end of the 6th, it's the Eagles 7, Panthers 0, and the Panthers have just got that out in time, and we'll head to the top of the 7th. So umpire Nick Glasbrook has said to the Manly defence, get back out there, we're going again. be Ethan Bryant to start things off. Started the game behind the dish, has since moved over to first base. A nice play there by Mikey Amir coming in defensively for Daniel Goodsall. And 2 pitches, 1 out. Got him by a couple of steps. So good play by Mikey Amir. And that ball's in for ball 1 on Billy Oldfield. And another bang bang play at first base. And there's an ejection of Billy Oldfield. Penrith bench not happy with the call and making their frustrations known, and Billy Oldfield has been ejected. So it's 2 quick outs here for the Eagles. And Leo Matsuo getting the job done. Out for his 5th inning of work. Has been excellent today. And that ball's grounded back to Leo. Quick toss over to first, and that will be the game. The Eagles 7 have defeated the Penrith Panthers 0. Leo Matsuo outstanding today. 5 innings of work. 8 strikeouts. Only had the 1 hit by pitch. Brendan Haythwaite with a couple of doubles. RBIs. Daniel Goodsall picking up a key hit as well. Middle order of the Manly lineup. Very effective at the plate today. Great play in right field by Chris Wyatt. You'll see that on the highlights package during the week. Very strong performance by the Manly side on both sides of the ball. Most impressive fact for them will be the 0 on the visitors' run column. Masaendo got it started. 2 innings of work, and then Leo Matsuo came out, shut them down. A couple of occasions with runners in scoring position, but he didn't let that affect him. And the Eagles will win this second grade game 7-0. We'll be back in about 20 minutes time for our first grade game. So make yourself some lunch, grab yourself a cold beer out of the fridge, and make sure you join us at around 2:30 for first pitch in our first grade game. Thanks for watching this second grade game. We look forward to seeing you soon.